Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello everyone, it's Zainab. Welcome back to my daily reading recitation of the Holy Quran. So we're on day 20 of Ramadan, alhamdulillah. So we're on the last third, started our last third of the month of the Ramadan. So it gets easy from here, 10 more days. So Laylatul Qadr. Was it last night, or is it tonight, or is it tomorrow night? Please tell me. Laylatul Qadr. That's the night of power. Because I saw someone was doing it last night, but I thought that you didn't have to do it until the 21st or the 23rd of Ramadan, and some people are saying the 26th, 27th of Ramadan. I'm so confused. Please let me know, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, my prayers go out to all of you. Thank you for joining me again. And my prayers extend obviously to all our brothers and sisters who are suffering these days while they're trying to fast and just be humble and be peaceful, and yet they're getting bombarded and attacked and starved. My prayers never stop for you. My prayers never ever stop for you. Not a minute goes by where I don't think of you. I pray that the suffering stops in Gaza, in Sudan, in Kashmir, in Uyghur, in China, sorry for the Uyghurs, our Uyghur brothers and sisters, everyone, in Yemen, Syria, Lebanon, all the places that are being bombed right now. I never stop praying for you, and I pray that this ends as soon as possible. Yeah, it shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening at all. Also, I have a couple of trolls trolling me, mostly on YouTube. I'm literally just reading Quran. Like, I don't know why you're wasting your time, your life, watching my videos if you don't agree with with me just reading Quran, or because all you're trying to do is debunk Islam. Don't come to me trying to debunk Islam to me, okay? I don't know why you care about me, about trying to pull me away from Islam or convince me that Islam is not the truth. Who am I to you? Why do you care so much what I believe? Like, why are you wasting your life watching my videos and then commenting and trolling them? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, you're talking to someone who, I was born and raised in the same camp as you. I was born and raised as an anti-religious person with anti-religious parents who taught me that religion is the source of all evil that's ever happened in the world. So really, you're preaching to the choir. So doesn't that make you wonder, like, how could someone like me, who's come from a completely anti-religious background, and now I'm religious, I must have learned something pretty damn convincing to go from there to where I am now, no? Don't you think? Don't you think that, like, all that stuff you're trying to tell me on your comments, I didn't already know? Coming from an anti-religious, not just non-religious, not just, oh no, religion's for you and I'm doing me. No. Anti-religious. Religion is evil. All religions are evil. Trying to debunk. That was, you were me. You were what I was maybe 6 years ago. So doesn't that tell you that something big must have happened to make me go, wait a minute, maybe I was wrong? And now here I am, reading the Quran to my listeners, anyone who cares to join me. I don't really care how many followers or how many subscribers or views I get. All I'm doing is spreading the word of Allah to the world, and whoever cares to join me and listen is welcome to do so. And if you don't, Go and troll someone else. Bye. Okay, let's get started. Thanks for letting me vent, guys. I'm so sorry about that. So today we're going to be starting from page 351. Okay. So we're on page 351, Surah 24, Ayah 11. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Indeed, those who came up with that outrageous slander are a group of you. Do not think this is bad for you. Rather, it is good for you. They will be punished, each according to their share of the sin. As for their mastermind, he will suffer a tremendous punishment. If only the believing men and women had thought well of one another when you heard this rumor and said, "This is clearly an outrageous slander." Why did they not produce 4 witnesses? Now, since they have failed to produce witnesses, they are truly liars in the sight of Allah. Had it not been for Allah's grace and mercy upon you in this world and the hereafter, you would have certainly been touched with a tremendous punishment for what you plunged into. When you passed it from one tongue to the other, and said with your mouths what you had no knowledge of, taking it lightly while it was extremely serious in the sight of Allah. If only you had said upon hearing it, "How can we speak about such a thing? Glory be to you, O Lord. This is a heinous slander." Allah forbids you from ever doing something like this again, if you are true believers. And Allah makes his commandments clear to you, for Allah is all-knowing, all-wise. Indeed, those who love to see indecency spread among the believers will suffer a painful punishment in this life and the hereafter. Allah knows you do not know, and you okay sorry Allah knows and you do not know. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, my dyslexia was making it hard for me. Sorry about that. You would have suffered had it not been for Allah's grace and mercy upon you, and had Allah not been ever gracious, most merciful. Next page. Page 352, ayah number 21. O believers, do not follow the footsteps of Satan. Whoever follows Satan's footsteps, then let them know that he surely bids all to immorality and wickedness. Had it not been for Allah's grace and mercy upon you, none of you would have ever been purified. But Allah purifies whoever he wills, and Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. Do not let the people of virtue and affluence among you swear to suspend donations to their relatives, the needy and the immigrants, in the cause of Allah. Let them pardon and forgive. Do you not love to be forgiven by Allah? And Allah is all-forgiving, most merciful. Surely those who accuse chaste, unsuspecting, believe women are cursed in this life and the hereafter, and they will suffer a tremendous punishment. On the day their tongues, hands, and feet will testify against them for what they used to do. On that day, Allah will give them their just penalty in full, and they will come to know that Allah alone is the ultimate truth. Wicked women are for wicked men, and wicked men are for wicked women. It's true though, right? Like, you do notice that, birds of a feather flock together, so to speak. Like, they all hang out. I mean, even when you change your ways and try and become a better person, you tend to attract those same kind of people into your life, and then kind of slowly shed those ones from your lives that were bad for you before. So it is true. Wicked people hang out with wicked people. Virtuous women are for virtuous men, and virtuous men are for virtuous women. The virtuous are innocent of what the wicked say. They will have forgiveness and an honorable provision. O believers, do not enter any house other than your own until you have asked for permission and greeted its occupants. This is the best for you, so perhaps you will be mindful. By the way, to those trollers, what I was going to say was, I don't know why you waste your time watching my videos when you could be spending that same amount of time actually learning, like from tafsir. There's a thing called tafsir, which is Islamic scholars explaining the Quran. So instead of quoting the Quran to me and being like, see, here's an example of whatever, the ridiculousness of Islam, basically is what you're trying to do. Instead of doing that, why don't you take those verses that you're quoting to me and listen to a tafsir of them from someone who actually knows what they're talking about? Not me. I'm new to Islam. I've only been Muslim for 4 years. I'm no Islamic scholar. So I don't know why you're trying to debunk Islam to me. Like, I'm on my own path, and can you like stay on your path, please? Because why don't you like learn from Islamic scholars themselves who have a deep understanding of what the Quran means, because they understand Arabic, they understand English, so they can translate from the Arabic to the English. Well, not just Arabic, but ancient Arabic, the Arabic that the Quran is written in. They know the words. They can explain it to you, all the different little nuances, way better than I can. And then decide for yourself. Don't just come to me with your opinions. Like, I don't want to know your opinions. Do you know what I mean? Like, don't waste I wish I had the time in my day to debunk everything that you're saying, because I would if I had enough time. But you're picking on a single mom with 2 kids. One of them is a very demanding baby. And I just don't have the time in my day to look at everything that you're saying and be like, okay, this one, and then look at a tafsir of those 2 verses that you highlighted, and then explain it to you from what I learned from the tafsir. I don't have time to do that. You do it yourself, okay? Do it yourself. Okay. Anyways, I'm like really venting right now. My trolls, you picked the wrong mama. Anyways, you messed with the wrong mama. Page 353, ayah 28. If you find no one at home, do not enter it until you have been given permission. And if you are asked to leave, then leave. That is pure for you, and Allah has perfect knowledge of what you do. There is no blame on you if you enter public places where there is something of benefit for you, and Allah knows what you reveal and what you conceal. O Prophet, tell the believing men to lower their gaze and guard their chastity. That is pure for them. Surely Allah is all aware of what they do. And tell the believing women to lower their gaze and guard their chastity, and do not reveal their adornments except what normally appears. Let them draw their veils over their chests, the ones that they were already wearing. Like, okay, so at the time that the Quran was coming down, women used to wear like things on their heads, like pieces of cloth on their heads that I think they called them khamirs or something. Khamir? Correct me, please correct me, because I know I'm wrong. Anyway, so Allah is just asking them to just take them from behind, like keep them on your head because they were already there to begin with, and just pull them across your chest, cover your chest like this, like what we've done. See, I've pulled it across and I pin it here. Anyways, that's what Allah is like. It's not like they weren't already wearing something on their heads before this. He just asked them to cover their chests. Okay, so do not cover their chests, and do not reveal their hidden adornments except to their husbands, their fathers-in-law, their sons, their stepsons, their brothers' sons or sisters' sons, so nieces, nephews, their fellow women, those bondwomen in their possession, male attendants with no desire, so maybe old guys, like too old, or eunuchs, because eunuchs was a thing back then too. Servants who were castrated. Some male servants were castrated when they were children because they're going to spend their lifetime serving other people as servants. So those ones are okay to show yourself to, basically. So male attendants with no desire. So that to me means eunuchs or men who are too old, but even old men have desire sometimes. So anyways, or children who are still unaware of women's nakedness. So young children, yeah, they're still innocent. Let them not, so prepubescent, yeah. Let them not stomp their feet, drawing attention to their hidden adornments. Turn to Allah in repentance altogether, O believers, so that you may be successful. Page 354, ayah 32. Marry off the tree, marry off the wow, I can't talk today. Let me start again. Marry off the free singles among you, as well as the righteous of your bondmen and bondwomen, slaves. Marry them off. Here, there's another example of Allah giving you more opportunities to free slaves, because as I keep saying, slavery was rampant throughout Arabia at the time when Islam came down, when the Quran came down. Which some people try and tell me that it's somehow Islam that made slavery, or that encouraged slavery. Guys, there's a brain between your ears. Use it, okay? Anyways, sorry, I'm really venting today. So yeah, if they are poor, Allah will enrich them out of His bounty, for Allah is all bountiful, all knowing. And let those who do not have the means to marry keep themselves chaste until Allah enriches them out of His bounty. And if any of those bondspeople in your possession desires a contract to buy their own freedom, make it possible for them, if you find goodness in them, and give them some of Allah's wealth which He has granted you. Don't just set them free, but if they don't have anything, give them something of yours, so they don't have nothing. Do not force your slave girls into prostitution for your own worldly gains while they wish to remain chaste. And if someone coerces them, then after such a coercion, Allah is certainly all forgiving, most merciful to them. They won't be. If they're coerced by someone who maliciously has his own, doing it for his own benefit, then the women are forgiven for that. He's most merciful to them. Indeed, we have sent down to you clear revelations, along with examples of those who had gone before you, and a lesson to the God-fearing. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. His light is like a niche in which there is a lamp. The lamp is a crystal, and the crystal is like a shining star, lit from the oil of a blessed olive tree, located neither to the east nor the west, whose oil would almost glow, even without being touched by fire. Light upon light. Allah guides whoever He wills to His light. And Allah sets forth parables for humanity, for Allah has perfect knowledge of all things.